I had a partner one time that was head over heels in love with this woman. I mean, he loved her so much it hurt, and he did things that were questionable all the time. She would ask strange things of him, and he would do them, mostly to profess his love to her. And then it all changed because he caught her cheating on him, like in his house. And how one day he loved her to the moon and back. And the next day, after catching her cheating that night, he wouldn't stop professing that he wanted to inflict bodily harm upon her. And don't worry, no one was hurt. I wouldn't let him do that. I'm pretty sure, I think he was serious. He hurt so bad, his pain was so great that he said many of things that would have landed him in prison for a very, very long time. Love and pain have a complex relationship. Hello, Governor. This Rakai Steed, Noop from the Ville. Season 2, Episode 4, Paint the Town Blue. I didn't realize that rhymed until just then. That just happened. Anyway, we are in Zaun, and it appears that Jinx has taken a bit of a hiatus. A lot has happened. She tried to blow up and kill everybody. She went through a whole thing where she got into a knockdown, drag-out fight with her sister, and they are now on the outs. And I would suppose so, because after you try to kill your sibling, kill a loved one, you know, Thanksgiving may be awkward. But now with Caitlyn in charge of everything, she's the new commander-in-chief of Piltover, and with the backing of Ambessa, they've declared martial law, and they are cracking down. They've almost set up a government state. It's rough, and they have fences and concertina wire, and Rictus, the one I keep calling Zangief, he's on the patrol, and they're looking for the rebels. They're looking for the rebellion. That's all the people that are not propped up, but all the people that are hopeful that Jinx will represent them. Jinx represents that rebellious nature of Zaun, and you can't do this. You can't do this to us. But Jinx is in hiding with Isha, and she's perfectly fine with hiding out. So, just a quick rundown. Caitlyn and Vi broke up. Ugly, physically. And Caitlyn is now having a little love affair with the little redhead girl that was in her squad, Maddie. Yeah, that's got to be breaking some kind of rules. Where is HR? Jayce, Ekko, and Heimerdinger have gone missing. They have not been seen since they were in the Hex Vault. No one knows where they are. We have no mention of Vi. We have no idea where Vi is at this point. Last we saw her, she was left crumpled and crying in the tunnels underneath Zaun. So we have no idea where Vi is. Ambessa has been trying to do her own research, trying to unlock the mysteries of the Hextech. Can't get it. She's been killing scientists left and right because none of them were smart enough to know what Jayce and Viktor were doing. She can't unlock the Hextech. So she did all this to get Hextech. She got it, but now can't do nothing with it. Ambessa comes to see Caitlyn. They have a very back and forth kind of conversation. Caitlyn does not back down from Ambessa, and I like that about her. But a lot of times, I don't think that even if Caitlyn is suspicious of Ambessa, she does not recognize how dangerous Ambessa is. At a guard station, Rictus is on patrol. He spots somebody, whatever, they're suspicious to him. They turn out to have blue hair, and they are a follower of Jinx. And he roughs them up to he needs to know more. At the same guard station, Isha from a rooftop pops out, pops some smoke just to give everyone hope. She poses as Jinx, and everyone knows that, yeah, it's going to get better. We're going to rebel. We're going to fight back. And then she disappears. This really excites Ambessa because even though their martial law has made everyone want to band together and it's causing them to want to rebel together, it's uniting the Zaunites. Ambessa says there's also a silver lining to that, is that now she's popped her head out. Now there's a trail. We can find her. We can get her. So Viktor goes back and talks to Jinx and says, you should have gave me a warning, told me you were going to pop up. And Jinx like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they find out that it was Isha who did that. So Viktor tells Jinx, listen, we're having a rally tonight. We're getting everybody together, all the gangs, all the people in Zaun. We're going to get them together because we've had enough of this. You should pop out. Sometimes you got to pop out and show. You know who you got to show. You got to pop out and show them. And Jinx is like, nah, I'm good. So anyway, Viktor has the rally. She's got everybody together. She's talking. Everybody's feeling her. But at the end, she says, everyone asks her, where's Jinx? And that just becomes the cry in the crowd. Where's Jinx? Where's Jinx? At that moment, from atop a building, Isha pops up again. She's got on the little Jinx carnival pants. She puts up a flare. And everyone thinks that Isha's Jinx. And now everyone, they in solidarity, they put their hands up. And Viktor, with her, cyber super arm, she puts it up, and all of a sudden a spear comes in and just hits her like almost in the shoulder, severs her arm pretty much. It's Rictus and all the Noxian and enforcers, all the guards and goons, they on their way to arrest everyone. You gonna throw a revolt? Nah, we not having it. And they rough up everyone. It becomes a full-on brawl, and they're taking people down viciously to throw them in Stillwater prison. Viktor basically loses the arm. She disattaches it and loses it. And in Rictus going after Viktor, Isha jumps off of the building and on top of Rictus's head, and she gives him the skibbity paps. Yap, 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 yap. Thing is, she's a little bitty girl, and Rictus looked like he'd been eating steroids for breakfast since he was 8. So it has zero effect on him, and he throws Isha against the wall. She gets knocked out. Now, it just so happens that Singed is in the crowd, and the enforcers surround him and tell him to throw down the blade. Well, he got a little blade like a scalpel out, and it seems that he has cut something in the palm of his hand, and you see his blood, and he squeezes his hand, and a couple drops of blood drop out on the ground. Oh, that was activation. They put everyone in a transport to take them to Stillwater prison. But what Singe did was that blood, the scent of that blood drove Warwick, his gigantic wolf hybrid, absolutely insane. And he tears out of the lab on his way to chase the scent of that blood. All the people are thrown in prison. Savika makes it back to Jinx to tell her they got him. You didn't show up. Isha showed up. The enforcers showed up and they took everyone. They got Isha. They got everybody. That whole dissociative identity disorder, the thing you see with Jinx, she starts to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs again, and Powder is gone. Jinx here now. They decide to break into Stillwater to go get Isha out. And if they let a few other people out, hey, okay. So everything's pretty much going to plan. They get there, she passes Ambessa, and she's all covered up. She thinks she's good, but she knows a little piece of her blue hair is sticking out, just a little piece. But Ambessa keeps it moving. But when Ambessa gets outside, she replays it in her head, and she's like, wait a minute. That wasn't a guard. And just as she's getting ready to go back in and get on Jinx's ass, the little transport that's coming across, you can tell it's been damaged. Something's in there. Ambessa puts on that Dr. Doom mask, pulls out her blade, and she knows something is here. It's about to go down. Warwick tears through there, gets past Ambessa, but gives her a good yeah. Before he goes, he gets downstairs and starts tearing through people. It doesn't matter if you were one of the rebels that just got out or you're one of the enforcers. He is killing the hell out of everybody. Everybody. Jinx tells Savika to get Isha out of there. Nothing matters but getting Isha to safety. Singe he knew that Warwick was coming, but when Warwick got there, he went back in his cell, closed his door. He said, oh, hell no. I know I summoned him, but he seems a little riled up right now. And Jinx has this epic little battle with Warwick, but Warwick is a true savage beast. And he gets the best of poor Jinx. And just as he's about to kill Jinx, Warwick is holding her up and he looks like he's about to tear into her. And something happens. And the beast calms down. And as it fades to black, he says, Powder? I love my quotes. Probably one of the most famous quotes ever made about love is from Lord Alfred Tennyson. And he says, famously, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Sure, okay. I got a few other quotes that I want to drop on you here because they speak to me. This one is from, it's anonymous. Don't know who this one came from. Love begins with a smile, grows with a kiss, and ends with a teardrop. Ooh. Yeah, that's some of that Love Jones level. And another one that I think is really, really good is from Anais Nin. And he says that love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish the source. I like that one. The thing about love and pain in your life is that they are almost interchangeable sometimes. Like love can pick up exactly where pain leaves off. And vice versa. The story I told you at the beginning about a man that I know, pain picked up absolutely right where love left off. And there's a complex relationship between the two, and a lot of times they can be overpowering. There's been research that said in your brain centers where pain relief is, love has shown, if you can show love to something, it is shown to activate those regions of the brain, which is a huge reason why people take so many opioids these days. Part of it is to reduce that pain, and at the same time, that pain doesn't have to be physical. That pain can be mental, it can be emotional. Pain is pain, and there's no greater teacher than pain. Same way that love can reduce pain, love can increase pain. Beyond the physical, love can be very painful. It can hurt mentally and emotionally. And especially if you are loving out of your weight class. Now, what do I mean by that? Some people, even though they might be drawn to each other physically, based on experience, based on emotional intelligence, some people never even saw it coming. You never even saw that you were a simp. You never even saw that you were a pushover. You never even saw that this person is a user and you are about to get your ass used. And on the other side, love can be a source of comfort. Just as much as it can be debilitating and shut you down, it can be transformative. Some people, even though at the end of the day, you should want to be a better you for you, some people become better versions of them for someone else out of love. Love is a hell of a force. When my heart was broken, I was no good for a long time. And it's unfortunate because I became a shell of the man I used to be through depression. And then you threw heartbreak on top of that, and it was almost unbearable. And even though, because I still, at the core of my being, I understand how wonderfully and magnificently I was made, the suicide thing is not in me. However, I did understand finally, because I never did before, but then I did understand how people could find that choice as a possible pathway. I got it. Because that hurt, that pain is so egregious that you just want it to stop. You just want it to end. In this particular story, in Paint the Town Blue, it's all about this rebellious action and the comeuppance of Zaun. They're finally going to get their lickbacks against Piltover. But at the core of our story, all we have is a bunch of people hurt. We have a bunch of people in pain. And on the flip side of love, we didn't even see Vi. Her pain was so great, we didn't see her. You take Ambessa, who we are starting to learn about her pain and her lost son. And now her daughter Mel has been taken hostage by the Black Rose. Pain. Caitlyn, the loss of her mother, killed by Jinx and the bomb that the rocket that she sent into the meeting. Pain, the loss of her relationship with Vi, and trying to get over it with Maddie, another person in her squad. I've heard many people say before, usually guys, the best way to get over someone is to get under someone. These day and age, I've heard a lot of women say it too. That is putting a band-aid on a gaping wound. It's not a good idea. But if you can make the pain go away for a little while, you think you're getting pleasure, all it does is make it hurt worse. You have Jinx. She lost Vander, she lost Silco, she lost Vi. It's loss on top of loss on top of loss. And at the end of the episode, that scent, remember Warwick was sent there on the scent of blood. But why he stopped and he mentioned the word powder, you look into his eyes and you have to realize, like we realized, is Warwick actually Vander? That scent of powder, that scent of love, stopped him in his tracks. So as much as love can be painful, debilitating, overwhelming, it can be transformative. And it transformed that beast back into a man. Where is love and pain on your scale? This is Rakai Steed, Noob from the Ville. Make sure that you like, comment, share this as much as possible. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about what I said about this particular episode. It is a really good episode. And how love and pain make whole differences in your life. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. There's some real gems and some real things that might speak to you. Watch some of the other videos. Go through this playlist of Arcane videos, and there might be some other stuff in my catalog that you like. Remember, at the end of the day, it's gotta be about this. But like we talked about this entire time, make it about this.